Hey everyone, this is my review of the MWG600B. I picked it up from Sam's Club. They had a good deal on it. It was about $299. I think it was like $320 with tax. Um, Been looking for a smoker for quite some time, and it was between a Pit Boss 700 and a Traeger Pro Series if I could get one for a good deal, which I never seem to, quite catch them at the right time. So this is the Masterbuilt MWG600B. I don't think I've ever seen it at Sam's Club before. This is the first time, and I've been in the market for about 3 months at least. And I tried to give Sam's Club, I was looking around, checking Home Depot, checking Lowe's, and I checked Sam's Club and saw that they had it listed on their website, and they actually had it in stock at the local store. So, I figured for the price, it was a pretty easy decision to make. They didn't have one on the floor, so I couldn't really test it out, but I figured worst case scenario, if I didn't like it, I could return it. It took me about an hour and a half to put together. It was really easy. I think the hardest part about the whole experience was actually getting it into the car. Loading it into the shopping cart. I had some really nice guy saw me struggling, and he helped me load it. But I don't recommend trying to load this thing into a cart by yourself. It's pretty heavy. I would guess, I don't know, 100 pounds, 150 pounds. But the box is really big, so it's kind of awkward to carry. So getting it together was really easy. I didn't use any special tools. I actually, it came with a little wrench, and I just used that for the entire process. The top part actually came already assembled. The only thing I had to put together was like the legs, pop the wheels on, pop this side piece on, and the hopper was already on, so I didn't have to do anything in there. I had to put together the inside, and that was it. And then once I got everything together, loaded it up with some pellets. I picked up I think it was like a 40-pound bag of whatever blend they had at Sam's Club, which I actually already tested, and it worked out pretty well. It was pretty flavorful. Fired it up on high for about 45 minutes. Now they say this thing gets to 450 degrees, but I had it on high for almost an hour, and the highest I got was 420 degrees, and the temperature outside was 65, 70, so it wasn't that cold. So I was a little disappointed that I didn't see it hit 450. But I'm not going to be cooking that high anyway, so I don't really care too much. Once I did the break-in period, I struggled a little bit. So for anyone out there who is planning on cooking immediately after the break-in period, I learned this the hard way. I had lowered the temperature. I let it cool off for maybe 20 minutes. I was in a rush. I threw some a couple pork butts on there, and it took. And I set it to the smoke setting, which I'm going to fire it up, by the way, just to let you guys know. The smoke setting on here is a little bit weird. Once you get it up to smoke, you'll see the number 5. Now that's actually not a number 5; it's the letter S. And it took me a little while, more than I care to admit, to figure out that was the smoke setting, the number 5. And you'll see once you crank it, the lowest you can get to is, I think, 165. So anyway, I was trying to get it to cool down from 420 degrees down to the smoke, and I turned it off. I did the shutdown procedure and everything, but it never dropped under 300 degrees, and I think it was confused because I was trying to drop the temperature too much, and I actually ended up having to turn it off and wait with the lid open for about 20 minutes for it to completely cool down, and then try again. And I was finally able to stick at a temperature of 180. I wanted to smoke at 180 for about 30 minutes or so, and then I cranked it to like 250, and then it was maintaining temperature pretty decently. But that after the initial break-in was a nightmare trying to get it to maintain a temperature. It was fluctuating all over the place. I thought the controller was broken. I was getting ready to call Masterbuilt, complain to them, tell them to send me another controller. But I think it's important that after the break-in period, you have to let the thing completely cool off, because you're running it at 450 for about an hour or so. Or you're setting on max for an hour, and so just a tip out there, and for anyone going through the same thing. The cook area is decent. They say it's 604 square inches. You know, I put a 7-pounder on there. It fit perfect. You know, I actually cut it in half to shorten the cook time, and I fit, you know, like 3 pounds right there, 3 pounds right there, really easily. It wasn't tight at all. I don't think I really need this thing much bigger. I think it handled it pretty well. I threw some sausages up here, and it was good, man. I fed about, you know, 10 people, and everyone was pretty happy with it. My father-in-law has a Traeger, so, you know, the bar was set kind of high for me in terms of expectations. And you know, the temperature fluctuation was within 10 to 15 degrees. I had it set at 250. I was watching it all night, and it was anywhere between 245 and 260, which I'm really happy with. I mean, I can't complain. And the smoke flavor was good. You know, it had a decent ring inside the meat, and everything was really, you know, at the end of the night, I was really happy for $300. You know, I can't really complain. You know, my only complaints are it doesn't have a probe, a temperature probe. So, you know, I already have a temperature probe that I got on Amazon for like 10 bucks. I ended up using that. It's a little battery operated one that I just plugged into the side, you know, stuck the probe into the meat and just, you know, monitored it. And I actually like that one better than the one that's factory installed in the Traeger, because it actually has a beep on it. So once you reach 200, let's say 205 degrees, the thermometer starts beeping. So as far as I know, at least the older generation Traegers do not have that option. You set it and you have to monitor it, and then you have to, you know, check the temperature and make sure you get to that. With the $10 probe that I have, it beeps when it gets to, so I can actually really forget about it and just wait to hear that beep. So I actually did do that last night, and it worked out pretty well. My other complaint is, you know, after I bought this thing from Sam's Club, I realized you cannot purchase an extended warranty for this thing. So it has like a 90-day Sam's Club return promise or whatever, and then there's only like a 1-year warranty from the manufacturer, from Masterbuilt. And as far as I know, and I called Sam's Club customer support, there's no protection plans that can be purchased for this thing. And if you guys know, if I'm wrong, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments and let me know, because I would really want to get an extended warranty on this thing, at least for 3 years, because you know, the controller, a little paranoid about that, and you know, if I could protect it, why not? I mean, 300 bucks. It's not horribly expensive, but it's not that cheap either. So I would want to at least get 3 to 5 years out of this thing if I can. But, you know, it's really solid so far. I like it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you liked the review, and yeah, thanks for watching.